China tells Trump, if you want trade talks, cancel tariffs. China has called on the U.S. to cancel its sweeping tariffs on Chinese goods entering the country as a sign that the President Donald Trump is serious about resolving the trade war between the two countries. A Chinese official said there had been no trade talks with the U.S., despite suggestions otherwise from the Trump administration. The trade war between the world's two largest economies has been escalating, with China sending back Boeing planes it ordered from the U.S. in its latest retaliation over tariffs. But Trump has appeared to soften his stance on China, saying that the taxes he has so far imposed on Chinese imports would come down substantially, but it won't be zero. A trade war between China and the U.S. is in full swing, with Trump imposing import taxes of up to 145% on Chinese goods coming into the U.S., and China hitting back with a 125% tax on American products. In one of China's strongest statements yet over the tariff war, Commerce Ministry spokesman He Yudong said the U.S. should remove all unilateral tariff measures against China, if it truly wanted to solve the issue. The person who tied the bell must untie it, he added. Separately, Foreign Ministry spokesman Guo Jiaqun said China and the U.S. had not conducted consultations or negotiations on tariffs, let alone reached an agreement. He added that reports to the contrary were false. Trump previously said negotiations between the countries were active, but this was also contradicted by U.S. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent, who said on Wednesday they had not yet begun. Bessent added that there was an opportunity for a big deal between the U.S. and China on trade. He has previously said he expected a de-escalation of the unsustainable trade war, and said the current situation was not a joke. Trump said on Tuesday that he would be very nice in negotiations with Beijing in the hope of securing a trade deal. But following China's latest comments, he said on his Truth social media platform, Boeing should default China for not taking the beautifully finished planes that China committed to purchase. This is just a small example of what China has done to the USA, for years, he added, before repeating accusations that synthetic opioid fentanyl continues to pour into our country from China, through Mexico and Canada, killing hundreds of thousands of our people. The boss of plane manufacturer Boeing revealed China had sent back aircraft it had ordered from the U.S. as part of its retaliation to tariffs. Kelly Ortberg said this week that 2 planes had already been returned and another would follow due trade tensions between the two countries. China held a roundtable on Wednesday to address the concerns of more than 80 foreign firms over the impact of U.S. tariffs on their investments and operations in China, the Commerce Ministry said. It is hoped that foreign firms will turn crises into opportunities, said Vice Commerce Minister Ling Ji.